Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. That's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 22 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show, talking food, yo, and some other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the official podcast of the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Bryan, and Reaves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last names, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. I'm here every dang week, and with me, as always, my co-host, Bethany. Say what's up.
Hey.
And Bethany, is your co-host here?
My co-host?
Yeah. Do you want to see if your third mic, your co-host, is here? You want to intro your co-host?
Oh, my co-host, the amazingly funny podcaster and sketch comedian, Bryan Jackson.
Hi, yes, I am here. Hello.
Do we want to
Greetings.
take that again? Because you put a little extra on that. When
Me?
you introduced your third mic, your co-host. You did a lot for them, and I didn't do as much for you because I'm just like bringing us into the show.
You just want me to say Bryan. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to- you
I
wanna do it again?
panicked.
Okay, let's
We can
do it again.
I will not edit this.
No, it's fine. You don't need to. It's just for the audience. to
I did, for
understand.
people wondering, I did edit last week. There were two parts where I was asked to edit, and Jamal, did I edit them?
I didn't even
Okay.
ask for an edit.
We
This
did.
time, so I didn't.
Oh, this time. No, but I assumed. Take it
Yeah.
again means like, you know.
Well, I'm talking to my co-host, so it's weird that you're jumping in here.
Sure.
All right, so
Understood.
co-host Bethany, do you want to introduce as your third mic here? Is your co-host here?
Yeah. We got Bryan.
Hey, it's
Perfect.
me, funny podcast man and funny sketch comedian.
See, that's why you don't have to do it, Bethany, because he'll
I'll
do it.
Yeah, just let me
He
do
will
it.
Oh,
do
okay.
it.
I'll do
And
it.
so
Okay.
when you do it, it kind of makes him feel very good about himself.
Yeah,
And
it's
so-
duplicative.
You
We don't. I
not
don't need to
do
do it.
Plicative.
I know what
How
that
you
word
doing?
means.
How you doing? I'm trying to get the show going. How you doing, Bethany?
I'm doing good.
Co-host
Weather's
is always
nice.
here. Any,
Yeah, I've always been here.
yeah, you're here every week.
Mhm.
Which is weird. People
what-
are always like, "There's not." It's just like three guys all the time. It's weird. People always say that.
Yeah, I'm
it's
just really silent sometimes. Like I
Yeah.
just
Well, you
get
don't-
really silent.
yeah. You don't find us that funny, so you don't feel the need to jump in.
Correction. She
Um,
did introduce me earlier, saying that I was a very funny sketch comedian. So I
That
will.
was a mistake.
Oh, you're
Because
taking it back entirely.
she's
Okay.
not used to talking so much on the podcast, so then she felt like she had to overcorrect for someone who I introduced as third mic and third after first and second doesn't feel so good. So she was looking out for your mental health,
Appreciate it.
which we thank you. for that,
Sometimes people
Bethany.
just need a little compliment. What's
You
wrong with
know-
that, Jamal?
Nothing.
That's
It's
very
fine.
true.
That's fine.
Boys
fine.
don't get compliments enough, and I've said it 1,000 times. And when I say it to other boys, they'll go, "I get compliments all the time." I go, "No, you don't. We don't get them. No one ever tells me I'm attractive." And I go, "You too, right?" And boys are like, other boys are like, "No, all the time they tell me." I'm like, No. We never get told that. No one ever says we're funny or hot. And then Jamal's like, "People tell me I'm funny hot all the time."
Yeah.
Don't stop lying to
So
me. Okay?
it's
No one
kind
says
of
it to you. 'Cause no one says it to me.
another-
Jamal, I
another
think
day.
pretty clearly Bryan wants you to.
Tell him that he's hot and
Com-
funny.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Bryan, you're hot and funny.
Thank you. I did get kind of sexy over the last year. We've established that it's a long-going thing that I've done.
have you been doing something differently in your life?
Yeah, walk us through that, Bryan. You've been getting sexy over the past year. Walk us through that.
No, I talk
Well-
about it enough. Fans of the show know what's going on.
Well, our co-host, my second mic, asked about it, and you have a duty to respond, so please respond. You brought it up.
Uh-huh. Well, okay. I'll talk about it. It is experimental surgery, and it did go well, the doctor said. But I don't think that she realizes how well it went. Because I was supposed to get a face transplant with someone who looks a little better than me. And I think she went too far the other way.
Which you were on a long waiting list for that, right?
I did have to buy a wing of a hospital to get upgraded, to get bumped up. And I'm okay with that. People know we have a lot of money in the show right now. We have an angel investor who gave us money. I originally was going through the Criterion Collection and putting movies into that, suggesting movies in there. I did try to get Freddy Got Fingered into the Criterion Collection. Didn't go very well. And I spent money now, face swap. The Nicolas Cage face swap. But it is temporary. I can't take it off like Mission Impossible.
And I used the money from the podcast to remove my horniness. Because as we stated, did not take. It's one of the reasons why I keep getting told I'm funny and hot. Because I tried to remove my horniness so I could just focus on my craft, and it was not working. And then the surgery did not take, unfortunately. Then I had a supplemental surgery a couple weeks ago to try and get the leftovers, and that didn't take. So.
There's only one more procedure left, right? Like you were trying to avoid
yeah, I can only do one more, and then they just say we have to take everything.
Yeah. Bones and all, they say.
Bones and all. So I'm just going to leave it at this. I'm not going to keep playing around with these surgeries because every surgery is dangerous.
Yeah, what's so wrong with being horny, Jamal? What if that drives you? Or
I thought it did. I thought it gave me my power.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not horny in a bad way.
I don't think so.
Like you're not forcing other people to deal with your horniness all the time.
No. I sometimes lock
up. If it's just you,
yeah.
What's so wrong?
I sometimes, when I feel like I know I'm going to have a horniness outbreak, I'll call the locksmith. I'll call the locksmith and I'll say, I'm going to walk into my condo.
He's like, hey, it's me.
You change the locks. I can't get out. Leave the key on the outside.
Do you have your locksmith on speed dial?
No, I usually call someone else to come over and open the door.
He keeps trying different ones. You can't get one that he likes.
I can't. Well, locksmiths are like therapists in a way. The therapist of the door.
That is true. In that they tell you how to change the lock, but you got to do the work yourself.
How traumatic is it for you if you lose your key or forget your key or lock yourself out of something?
100 out of 10. I would panic.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate.
So then you got to call your lock therapist, which is a locksmith.
Right. But also, wouldn't it mostly just be your landlord that you would call?
I don't have a landlord.
Homeowner.
My own property.
You're a homeowner?
And there comes the horniness coming out again.
Keep it to yourself.
Trying to keep it to myself, folks. Trying to keep it just very calm.
He says, no matter how much I cry, don't let me out of this room.
Don't let me out of this place.
Immediately, he's like, hey guys, let me out, man. It's cool. I'm all good. It's all good, man. I'm all right.
No.
I tell them.
I've fallen for it many a time.
Yeah.
I'm not
going to fall for it.
Yeah. He opens the door. Hates what he sees when he opens the door.
I can't unsee it. You can't unring that bell. So now we're doing callbacks to jokes, and people love this stuff. Anything else going on? What's going on?
I got not a speeding ticket. I got a ticket from the District of Columbia.
You showed me this.
And it says failure to stop at a stop sign. And in the photo that they provided, my brake lights are fully on.
Did you call the cops yet?
I've not. I've got some time. This is not due until the end of May, but I just don't understand the amount of effort this took to send, and it shows me stopped with my brake lights on, and then me not going again for another 2 seconds. It's like I've barely even gotten past the stop sign. So,
here's a question, and Bethany, you can chime in on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a more baller move to fight it and win it, or just pay it because you got it like that? Which is cooler?
How much is the ticket? Dare I ask?
$100.
Whoa!
And trust me when I say this, and I'm not trying to be horny.
He does got it.
I could pay it.
Yeah.
I could fucking pay this every day of the month.
I think it's
Okay?
cooler just to pay it and be like, fuck it, it's not worth my time.
I just feel like it's not worth the time ever. I would just always pay it. I'd be upset about it because
Bethany's kinda
100.
like that too.
But I'm not confrontational.
But I am. And that's the thing.
He is.
When you send me
Okay.
a picture saying I did something that I didn't do, now we've got a problem, buddy.
Just send in $100 with a note that says, I didn't run this stop sign. The picture shows me stopped, but I'm going to pay it just because I got it like that.
You know, no, what I should do is I should pay it and go, so you sent me this photo. It shows me stopping and you're asking for $100. You clearly need the money.
You doing okay?
So I'll
financially?
fucking send it so you can make your fucking budget this year.
You could have just asked for the money if you needed it that bad.
You got my attention.
Yeah. There's
It's what
easier
you
ways to
wanted.
say, hey, could I borrow $100? 'Cause
Could
I
you
promise I'm
have
going to get this back to
been?
my taxes.
Could you have been braking and still moving?
Well, here's the thing, right?
I'm just saying.
At this stop sign on 13th Street,
Okay.
It's
Find
got
him,
a
freaks.
picture
Find
of
where he is,
me.
folks. You can now cross. You can cross and find where he lives, freaks.
Yeah. It's on this street. The camera flashes you before you even get to the stop sign. Like before you actually get to the line, it will take a picture of you. You're like, well, I haven't even been given a chance to stop yet. So it's saying I was going 17 miles an hour, which I don't believe. Because how am I going 17 miles an hour and then I haven't even crossed the line in your next photo? So that doesn't make sense because that means I haven't stopped but my brake lights are on. How am I going 17 miles an hour with my brake lights fully on?
I think just pay it. Just eat it. And just be like,
Now I want to fight.
because I can.
I want to fight. Now there's another one I got where I was going, was it 32 and a 25? And
That's
they gave me a
not
ticket.
speeding.
And they gave me a ticket.
You get
that
10.
one I'm just going to pay because I'm like, you clearly do need the fucking money. Okay.
Was that on the
If this
camera
is-
also?
Yeah, I was like, if this is the ticky-tacky speeding tickets you're trying to save people's lives in DC on over a 35 or whatever, then I'll pay it.
Bethany, ever had any moving violations?
Yep. I've had a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Wanna
had
name 'em?
quite a few. Well, I have sped. I've sped quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
What's the
one-
highest you ever got going over?
Ooh, let's all do ours.
You get reckless?
I've gotten a reckless before.
Probably like 20 over.
That's a reckless.
Nothing atrocious.
That's a reckless.
Mine was
though.
atrocious.
You got
I
pulled over.
have gotten pulled over a couple times.
Going 20 over.
No. One time was for not stopping at a stop sign, and it was like at the height of COVID, so like being near another human being walking up to my car, let alone a cop. I was like, I
Oh,
don't
they're the
want to deal with
most
this
COVID.
person.
They had the most COVID back then because they were touching people
Yeah.
all the time. They couldn't
Yeah,
stop
they were
touching
still
people.
working. They were still working.
Yeah.
And also denying.
And I was
that
like,
it
I
was
did
real.
stop. And he was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, I did.
That's
And then
privilege.
Was
he
that a
was
black
like,
cop you were doing?
oh, he was, but I thought I was just using my voice. I just thought I sounded authoritative. But,
yeah, that's why I was like, sounds like a black cop.
well, he was. He was very tall.
I thought you were going to say
Um,
very black. On a scale of 1 to 10. How
But
black
he was
this
like,
cop?
yeah, you can fight it if you want to. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. It's COVID. I'm scared. And then I
Did
just
he have a
like,
mask
went
on?
away. No, he did not.
Was this before we all knew we were supposed to wear masks? Or he just didn't want to?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I think he just wasn't wearing one. Yikes. And it was like a new stop sign in the neighborhood I grew up in.
Oh, well, that's...
Ah,
you
well,
can't.
that's
yeah,
not
So
fair.
it was like I was being punked.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah. I got pulled over doing 40 and a 25, and Jamal was in the car.
I was.
Weren't
don't
you in the car with
remember
me? We were driving. You were in New Jersey. We were
I
driving.
hope this wasn't another black person. And you're
I don't have any other
confusing
black
them
friends,
with
so
me.
it couldn't have been.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was you.
I don't
Who else would
remember
it have
this.
been?
I don't remember this.
I got pulled over doing 40 in a 25, and it was a black lady cop who pulled me over, and I was like,
I definitely don't remember this.
and I was like, what did I do? We were
And I
going-
don't
where were we
remember you
going?
giving her attitude. That's
I did
for sure.
I did give her attitude. I
I
did.
don't remember that.
I don't know if
But
it was-
also, I have to say, when I get pulled over in a car with someone else, especially if it's a white person, I black out. Like, I just try and disassociate. Because I'm very embarrassing when I get pulled over. If anyone saw me get pulled over by myself and like witnessed how kind of like plantation-y I become, I would not. I don't think anyone would be able to be friends with me.
I think everyone gets it though. I
A
think
lot
no
of
one,
yes sirs coming out. A lot of no
a lot
sir.
of yes apostrophe
Yeah.
M's.
Yeah, a lot of we okay, a lot of we goods, talking for the collective. A lot of apologizing.
I think you're allowed to do that.
Okay,
It's crazy out there.
it is.
I mean, it's scary to get pulled over, and obviously your experience is different. Me and Bryan. Let's
Thank
just
you.
say the obvious.
Thank
Um,
you.
So yeah, I totally get being scared. It's scary. You don't know who that person is. Yeah.
Could be a black
The only
cop.
time I got pulled over and I knew I fucked up was when I got my one and only speeding ticket, which is when I went 30 over the speed limit.
Did they give you reckless?
Gave me reckless.
Whoa, you're a
What happened?
criminal.
What happened to
Yep.
you?
Man,
Go to jail?
took that speeding ticket home.
Put it on
Showed
fridge.
it to my mom.
You were under 18?
I was right at 18.
Shoo!
And my mom was like, and she didn't say this, but I heard it when she was talking to me. She called me the N-word. She didn't say it, but I heard it in her tone.
I can see
of
it
being-
behind her eyes.
Yeah, by being like, you stupid, you could have been taken to jail.
You could tell that when she was talking about it with her friends, she was using the N-word then to describe you.
Oh, yeah. When she told me about it, you wouldn't believe what my dumbass son did. I told this dumbass. So it was probably a bunch of.
Oof.
So that was the only time I learned my lesson. Haven't gotten a speeding ticket since. Haven't really ever gone 30 over since. Really learned my lesson. And you know what the worst part is? I was rushing back home to get back to my Giant Foods. I had to go to work at Giant Foods. I was coming back from picking up my friend from their school because we both worked at Giant. So I had to go to Kaiser, West Virginia, and then drive back and get back in time for my shift at Giant Foods.
Kaiser
And
West
before I
Virginia.
left, my mom, and this is what moms do because they have this weird power. For whatever reason, she said, "Don't hurry back. Take your time." And I said, "Yeah, Mom."
You said, don't tell me what to do.
And boy, did it come back and bite me. $2,200 in attorney's fees just to have the judge say, "Yeah, he's got no record. Get him out of my courtroom."
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then I had to go to traffic school, and I walked in, and there was a kid who was a known loser in my in my school. I was like, "This is what they do on the weekends." Yeah, not for me, dog.
No, I'm not doing that again.
A
Not doing this
loser in
again.
what sense?
I just
Like just not
did
trying.
drugs, did nothing for classes, like
Okay.
We
barely
all
showed
know
up
a
to
known
school.
loser.
Known
Yeah,
loser.
but you both
We're in the same
in
spots.
this-
We're both losers that day. I said, "It's not
reality
for me, dog."
check.
Changed your ways
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, that was my scared
Wow.
straight.
Straight and narrow. Yeah.
Dang, Jamal. You seem so buttoned up.
It's because I've become horny.
It's buttoned down because the collar has the two buttons in it.
Yeah, I feel like horny, like the buttons are popping off.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, it's Velcro.
It's Velcro.
Ooh, okay, so they're easy to put back on.
And the noise.
And the noise. Who
I've been
doesn't get
feeling-
going?
I've been feeling. Do you guys read horny books? And then we'll do the thing that we do all the time. I've started reading again. I read My Dog's Barking. That's a lot of fun. I started reading, and people
Love
told me to
dogs.
read Sally Rooney books, so I started doing that. They're a little
Mhm.
horny, but not all
Mhm.
the way horny. But like,
Okay.
I still feel really bad in public when I'm doing it, and it's not as bad as some other book people read.
Mm.
It just feels weird.
Yeah, I've been reading Onyx Flame by Rebecca Yarros. It's got some horniness to it.
I don't know, but that sounds horny.
Fourth Wing books and whatnot. They got some horniness in
Those are
there.
popular right now, right? I
Heck
haven't
yeah.
read a book in a while.
You've been reading
So-
sketches.
That's true. But just read it, whatever. As long as you're not impacting other people's experience.
Yeah.
Like you're not like touching yourself. I think you're okay.
Onyx
Bryan.
Flame by Morgan Elliott. And I'm not. Just the normal amount, like my face and like my shirt to pull it off of my skin and like
Are
my
you like
pants if I
profusely
have
sweating?
like just the usual amount of profusely sweating. I do sweat a lot. It's nothing to do with what's going on. It's just my natural state.
Did one of your dogs come in to tell you, hey, he's barking again?
One dog is in here to tell me the other dog is barking. And she will keep going. Let me try to make her stop.
Why is he barking? Oh, he muted us so he can like call them their special names.
No, I just said, hey, real loud.
I think the dog might be responding to the fact that you're reading smut.
She probably is
Mm.
doing that. It's embarrassing to hear your father talk like that.
Is she conservative, your dog? Or
It is the dog you don't have a tattoo of. It's the dog he doesn't love.
I do love her. I do love her.
Bethany, he has a tattoo of one dog on his body. He does not have a tattoo of the other dog. And he swears to me that he loves them both equally, but yet has only scarred his body with one of them.
is it a yet, or do you do not have a plan of getting
It's been
a tattoo?
years.
It has
since
been
the
years,
tattoo
but it is
happened.
a yet. But also, Bethany,
Okay.
do you have dogs?
I have a dog, yes.
Are you familiar with the term heart dog or whatever it's called?
Do you mean like a soul dog?
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah.
It's like that
impacted
situation.
you different.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
you get
Like
it.
you feel
Jamal's
more
not a dog
connected.
yes, Jamal's not a dog breeder. He doesn't get it.
Yeah.
I just have never heard that term before. I am a dog person. I'm a animal person in general.
You ever own?
Yeah,
you
I mean,
own
I
dogs.
think you have to be like a certain type of animal lover to feel that connection. Like these
Mhm.
aren't just animals. Like these are family.
No,
We
this is
love
baby.
them.
This is my children.
This is baby. Yeah, always baby.
This is my 16-year-old baby dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a good boy. Should we do Chefs I Prepared for You?
Sure, let's do Chefs I Prepared for You. This is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night and present it as if we're presenting it to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a winner chosen at the end because we don't vote anymore.
No one does.
I will go first. Chefs, I prepared for you nothing because I didn't have dinner last night because I was working.
You were working at night on a Saturday?
Yeah,
You didn't eat when you got home?
I was home all day. I didn't eat dinner.
Did you snack?
Didn't snack.
Got a
You weren't
drink?
hungry?
Had water. Seltzer.
You weren't hungry?
I was fasting.
So which is it? Were you
For-
working or were you fasting?
I was working, but I just wasn't eating.
And then it reached 9 o'clock and you can't eat now, too late.
Way too late.
See, that's self-control. I don't have that. If it's, I'm eating.
That's not
You
self-control.
do
You're
have
just
it.
like that's not self-control.
It's
That's
self-hatred.
it's like just an omission of feeding your body.
What'd you have for lunch? Big lunch?
Well, lunch is usually breakfast because it's the first meal of the day. So I had scrambled eggs.
How many eggs?
4.
That's a good amount of eggs. But what time was that? 11?
Like noon.
Gotta eat something else. That's just,
I did. I had a bunch of water.
that's not food.
Folks.
Decidedly not food. If you
Folks.
prepare water and give it to Tom Colicchio and say, here's I prepared for you water, he'll beat that ass.
not
Yeah,
if
he
it's
would
got
be
something
so
else in it.
insulted.
Not if it's like the newest water ever.
If you did a
Here's the
stunt
thing.
with it.
Folks, here's the thing. If we were all living out off the land like we're supposed to, we're not catching a meal every day, folks. It ain't happening.
Yeah, but
We're going to go some days without eating.
we've
I
evolved.
guarantee you.
We've evolved beyond that.
We haven't evolved beyond that. We've created technology that's bridged the gap. We have not evolved beyond that.
I don't know, dude.
Fucking
But-
cooked his ass. Fucking cooked his ass.
But in a day,
Yeah.
to have your body function as it does,
Yeah.
it burns a certain amount of calories.
2K.
So if you do that every day, was that a touche from you?
I said 2K. That's how many calories it burns.
Oh, 2K. Okay. Yeah.
2K.
If you don't replenish that, 2K.
Mhm.
If you don't replenish that over time, you're just taking away your reserves.
How many
Yeah.
calories in an egg?
How many calories
70?
in one egg? Yeah, 60,
70?
70.
Times 4. 240, not enough calories.
A lot of nutrients, though.
Chefs, last night I had prepared for me
Of course.
lasagna. With
Tiramisu
homemade.
lasagna?
No, just regular. Homemade
What was that word you just said?
Regger. I will not repeat it.
Okay.
I'm glad you said something.
Regular. Homemade ricotta, which I
Whoa.
said, how'd you do that? Does that involve like rennet, stuff like that? And he said, no, I made it with vinegar. And that's apparently a thing that you can do. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
No.
Homemade ricotta with vinegar?
Yeah. You needed something, because usually it would be, I don't know, he went into like the whole thing, and I went, and my glazed over look in my eyes, and I just like
You're
pretended to
curdling
take it
milk,
in.
right?
That's
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then straining it, and he made ricotta with vinegar and put it in a lasagna.
Who made this?
The DM for my Dungeons and Dragon group that meets once a month.
This is why you ask follow-ups.
We occasionally do potluck family style
That's
dinners.
so wholesome.
He made lasagna. I brought peanut butter lasagna. What's in peanut
Wow.
butter lasagna, Brian? I'll tell you.
Hold on. What's in peanut butter lasagna, Brian?
I'll tell you. Instead of noodles, it's Nutter Butter cookies.
Jeez.
Instead of bechamel, it's whipped cream.
Wow.
Instead of tomato sauce, it's chocolate pudding. Instead of ground beef, it's chopped up Reese's cups. And you put it in the fridge, and it turns out really good.
Wow.
That's decadent.
It's very
Yeah.
decadent. I did
one's
use
so good.
pea milk instead of whole milk, because that's all I had in the house. But it didn't matter.
Doesn't
No good.
matter. Freaking doesn't matter.
Someone made garlic bread. That was there also. Someone made simple salad. That was also there. And
You made a candy tartare.
I did. I made something of a... What's the thing they do with the
Trifle?
layers? Yes.
Parfait?
Yes. Something like that. But I did it right,
Oof.
unlike frickin' Rachel, who did it wrong, put meat and
Yeah.
stuff in it because it messed the book up.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, Friends.
Yeah, remember we all watched Friends during the COVID?
Yeah.
We all watched Friends.
We all did?
Oh, I don't think I did. But I did
I
back in
didn't.
the day. For sure.
Neither of you watched it during the COVID?
I didn't. I
You
didn't
did
even
watch
watch
it?
it back in the day.
Kids watch
It's
it.
oh,
Teens wear Friends shirts now. It's weird.
Yikes.
it's vintage.
Yeah, they think it's funny. It's probably cheeky to them. Whatever that
Mm.
means.
Well, chefs, I had prepared for me
Yes.
Thai food from a restaurant called Thai Rock.
Thai Rock.
And it
What's
was drunk.
Where's that at?
What's the pun?
It's in Rockville,
Oh,
Maryland,
there it
where
is.
my
There it
parents
is.
are. I had drunken noodles, and it was way spicier than I expected,
What's
Whoa.
protein?
but it was delicious. I
What
had
was it
tofu.
drunk on?
Tofu.
It
Tofu
was
and
drunk
veggies
on
or just tofu?
spice. Yeah, and veggies. Lots of veggies.
They charge you extra for that? Sometimes they charge you extra for veggies and tofu.
I don't think so. I think they had like a combo where it was okay.
Okay.
It was the same.
I love when
It was fried tofu, which was
That's
okay.
good. Yeah, you don't like that?
I like it. It's just sometimes if it's like spongy, I'm like, this is why people don't like tofu. But I love tofu. I know it can be good.
Mm.
And there's no egg
but
in
it was
drunken noodles.
delicious.
You don't need. There was no egg in drunken
No.
noodles. Don't worry about that.
No, but I love a pad thai. We also got pad thai, but I have the drunken noodles.
I'm over.
What?
Can I say this? I'm over pretending that pad thai and drunken noodles aren't good. People say, like, "Oh, that's not real Thai food." I don't give a shit.
Who's
It's
saying
delicious.
this? Who's
Lots of
saying this?
people, nerds,
I've never heard
food nerds, Top Chef nerds, who are just like, Thai food is this is Americanized Thai food. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, okay.
I don't care. I don't need to be adventurous when I get Thai food. Give me
I get the same thing. I
Coconut
get pad
soup.
see you.
Yeah, that's basically drunken noodles.
Oh, yeah. What's the difference? Just like the
I
spices
think
and
the
stuff?
noodles. Yeah,
No, you
Aren't they
get
the
like the
fat egg
like
noodles?
the fat noodles,
sauce.
right?
Yeah, but the sauce on it's different
Oh,
than
okay.
drunken noodles.
No shame.
Uh,
Get pad
No
thai all
shame.
the time.
No shame
yeah,
at
I
all.
love it.
Drunken
I
noodles,
love
huh?
those little peanuts. Give me
Get
those
any
little peanuts.
get any spring rolls on the side?
No, we
Crab
got the
rangoon.
like chive dumplings.
Oh,
I can't eat crab, but we got like chive dumplings and they were okay. They weren't
Thai
the
iced
best
teas?
I've ever had.
Thai iced teas?
No, we didn't get anything like that.
That's
We were
extravagant.
drinking red wine
Okay.
ooh, red wine.
because I was at my mom's house,
And
which
that's what mom
means
drinks.
the wine is flowing. That was a song for you guys.
What's your mom get?
Thank
Pad
you.
thai?
My mom always gets the like eggplant that has like a black bean spicy sauce.
Okay, adventurous
Like the
mom.
Yeah, she loves eggplant. She loves eggplant. And it's good. It's always a yummy, slimy eggplant, but it tastes really good.
It is slimy.
If she's in town again, you should take her to Chang Chang and let her have the eggplant dish where they literally like cut up an entire eggplant into little like medallions. And it
Where is that?
Chang Chang is by the Kennedy Center.
Oh,
We don't go
okay.
there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's do the picking, shall we?
My mom gets pineapple fried rice at Thai places. But again, no shame. I'll take that back. I take that back. Get whatever you want.
I know someone who used to get pineapple fried rice all the time.
If it comes in the pineapple, that's cool.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that.
They'll put it in the pineapple sometimes. It'll come in the husk. That's
Interesting.
cool.
Okay,
Less
let's do some
waste.
picking. Rules are simple. You cannot pick yourself. And if there's a tie in the next round, you cannot pick the same person again. All right?
THAI.
I will go first. I pick our illustrious guest, Bethany Stokes.
Woohoo!
Gosh, I can't pick myself, though I had a great meal of lasagna and I cooked something really well also. I'm not picking Jamal because he didn't eat anything.
Yeah. That's
I guess
how I
I
feel.
gotta also pick Bethany.
I'm picking Bryan because there's no way I'm picking nothing Jamal.
No. You're out of here, dude. Not even close, bro.
I love food.
Okay. Well,
Jamal
and
uses
the
food
winner-
as fuel. He's like a food as fuel guy.
Ooh, you should just eat like a brick of protein paste.
He does.
Or whatever.
He'd be.
A loaf.
I think Jamal would exist in the future when food was pills. He'd be like, "This is good. I have nutrients now." He wouldn't.
I'd be
miss
devastated.
Food. Would you miss food, Jamal?
Yeah.
Would you miss it a lot?
I like cooking, so yeah.
Would you miss it a lot? Do you think
Yes.
you'd be okay?
As in, would I be able to get by? Yes.
Yeah.
But I would miss cooking and the taste of food and the smell of food. Yeah.
Would your day to day be like, "Fucking everything's so bad, it sucks"?
For the beginning,
And then you
like I'm around for the transition. But if you knock me out and like let my
cryo.
body,
You're in a cryo
yeah,
state.
and
for
let my
20
body go
years.
through that transition on its own, and I don't have to be around for the brain to handle that. Yeah. But otherwise, I'd be upset. A lot of times, like I'll be at lunch sometimes and I'll be hungry, right? And then
Tell
I'll be
me
at work.
about it. I know what
And
that's
I'll-
like. Can we talk about being hungry at lunch?
I get hungry too.
No shame. We get hungry at
Then
lunch
I-
sometime, y'all.
I warm up my lunch. I take it back to my desk where I'm going to eat it. And man, when I get that first whiff, I'm like, all my problems are going away.
Okay, so you do
30
have like an
minutes.
emotional connection to food.
Everyone does.
Okay.
Some people have healthy food relationships.
Then I don't see how yesterday you didn't say, I think I should eat something.
I had things to take care of.
It wasn't worth the hassle.
I said, I will get back to that tomorrow.
Did you eat a lot today?
Yeah, I overate today.
I know you didn't get donuts. You wanted them, but
Nope,
didn't get
I
them.
did. That's because I was very hungry.
You went somewhere else.
I was like, today I can overeat. It's a holiday. No, I didn't get donuts at all.
You just drove past it and didn't.
Just drove past it.
and then you
Like,
went
that's
home?
insane. Yeah, I went back home.
You didn't make another stop?
Nope.
See, that's okay. Here's the thing. If I get an idea of something in my head for
You
food,
have to
I
complete it.
have to
Yeah.
do it or my day is ruined. And
Yeah.
I've talked to therapists about this. I will have actively bad feelings and feel bad about myself if I don't fill that void. Okay, well now we're into something here. Okay, let's move on. I won't get into this.
All right. Well, we're talking about all of our food problems, so this feels like we're cooking on the edge. We'll be right back.
Whoa.
Season 22, Canada, cooking on the edge. We are here with our illustrious guest, Bethany Stokes, second mic co-host, and third mic, Bryan. What's your
Boy
middle
genius.
name?
What?
What's your middle name?
Adam.
BAJ, Bryan Adam Jackson of the Jackson family.
That seems like too much information to give
It
out
probably
on the
is.
internet.
Historically known as the family that owned a lot of slaves. All right. So
Uh-oh.
this episode
Ruh-roh.
starts.
That was from. Are you referencing that? There's a joke that the guy Haywood Turnipseed Jr. did a joke once. I think I was there with you, DC comedian.
Wait.
He was like, my last name's Turnipseed. Blah 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 blah. He's like, there are no like if there are no white people whose last names are Jackson. My name is Jackson. He goes, oh, your family had slaves. Which like I probably
think I
not.
do
We don't have
remember
any
that.
money going back, so I don't know how that happened. But
I do remember that, but I wasn't referencing that. But yeah, I do
my wife
remember
recently met someone whose name was Joy Turnipseed. No, Joy Haywood. No. Either way, they were white.
that. Okay. So Tom and Gail are here at the quick fire.
What are they doing here? Also, real quick.
Yep.
This is not Top Chef Canada. This is fucking Top Chef Toronto. We haven't gone anywhere. And next week we're pretending to go to Montreal, but we're not going there. We're still in the fucking kitchen. This is Top Chef Toronto. Destination Canada.
It's Destination Canada.
No,
They've
we
actually
haven't
been in
left
DC
Toronto.
the whole time.
Yeah.
So Tom and Gail are here at the quickfire, and it feels again like we're here to check in on how things are going at the quickfires now. We're gonna
We've been getting complaints
babysit,
about
kind of
Kristen's
do
hosting.
some. Yeah, we're gonna do some employee reviews now. That's the vibe it gave.
It was, of course, after the episode when, of course, Kristen cried a bunch during the judges' table. So I think they were like, okay, we got to step in here. She can't be doing this.
Yeah.
Well, it has been a little traumatic for Top Chef with Tristan losing his dad.
Oh, yeah. I think she's allowed to cry. Tom does not.
Yeah.
You cannot
Tom
show
doesn't like
weakness
crying.
as a
Yeah.
Oh,
host.
you think that? Oh.
Tom thinks crying
Did you
is
read his
weakness
book?
leaving the body.
Did you not read his
No,
book?
I didn't know he had a book. I
Cookbook
will, though.
/ book.
Yeah.
Reaves has got it. You can borrow it from Reaves.
Yeah, Reaves has it. He's highlighted all the good parts.
Kristen has a book now, right?
I think so.
I think
So-
she does.
It's
Okay.
called Accidentally on Purpose.
Mm-hmm.
How
I
quirky.
don't like that title.
I like Kristen.
I do too, but this is a
She
very
does
Zooey
like
Deschanel
talk about
book
herself
title.
a lot, but work it, girl.
Work it. So the chefs had 20 minutes to prepare dishes featuring Prince Edward Island mussels. The guest judge was chef instructor Elona Daniel. The winner
I've seen the term PEI mussel before and never knew it meant Prince Edward Island mussel until today.
Well, now you know. The winner received $10K. Like the previous season,
They're
Tom
just
Colicchio
throwing-
and Gail
10K and everywhere.
joined Christian Kish to judge the remaining quickfire challenges. So you see how they're like trying to make this is what we're going to do from going on. After the halfway point, we're going to step in here and
Yeah.
really earn our paychecks for the second
And now,
half of the show.
now quickfire challenges matter for the elimination challenge, which I
Here's
think
my
Yeah.
thing.
is dumb. I think do it all season or don't do it at all.
Yeah, do it all season. What do you mean now you want to consider the quickfire challenges before you send someone home? Consider it since episode 1.
I think in theory that this is their way of thinking that every dish from now on is going to be so good in the
Yeah.
last challenges that we have to
They
have a
wanna
way to break
taste
them
them all.
apart. But when one of them is all fucking frozen,
Yeah.
it doesn't. That should lose. I don't
Yeah.
think. I don't care if
Immediately.
they won the quickfire.
Yeah.
If your food is frozen, you can't eat it.
Vinny, you're gone.
Go home.
Yeah. You've served a
Spoiler.
dish that is inedible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got to do the mussels. It's the mussels challenge, and can you believe it? This serves us up very early on in the episode. The joke of the week. Play it, Brian.
That some played on the sweetness of the mussel, and some worked with some of that umami. So it was really interesting.
Yeah, they definitely flexed their culinary muscles.
They sure did. I love it when you do dad talk.
Did she say dad talk
She
or
said
dad
dad
talk?
talk.
Okay, interesting.
They did this like 8 times, and don't ever do it. I think is what you should have done.
Yeah, but
think
then I
it's
wouldn't have these
okay.
clips.
But I think she did it. Kristen did it first. Kristen said,
Yeah,
she made it
did.
first, and then Tom
Mhm.
did it, and then I
And
think
he
Kristen
hammed
did it
it.
again.
Yeah, because at the end she says, "You guys flexed your muscles in this quick fire."
Yeah, I think they were having a battle of who could do it the most.
Yeah,
I think
I
Kristen
think they
won.
were. She did. I just couldn't put them all in here. 'Cause it
Also,
wasn't
do a
Tom's joke.
different one, or do one that's not writer's room. We'll pretend we've gone to the writer's room. I'm scared of that room now. It's scary in there now.
I don't like the posters
know-
that are up in that room now.
Well, yeah, because I thought I ordered blacklight posters with the covers of the Insane Clown Posse albums to get Malenko
But
on
instead,
them.
you got black-white posters.
Yes. And what does that mean? Think about it.
Think about it.
It is just the transitional faces from Michael Jackson's black and white music video. If you turn your head real fast, it changes those faces as changed in the video. Needed this. It changes. Do an opposite joke. Don't say muscle, or make it not work. That's comedy.
Look, Brian, I'd hate for these chefs to hamstring themselves having to cook mussels differently.
Sure.
Because they couldn't steam them,
Yeah. Or do a
This might be a stretch for you guys cooking these mussels.
yeah. Wow, these guys really had to work their biceps to cook these.
Yeah.
And then the joke is that you didn't say muscles.
Yep.
Bethany, you got one? It's okay if you don't.
I don't. I actually don't think it's as bad as you guys are making it seem.
I'm going to get some coffee. Would anyone like some half calf?
Ooh, I love when someone laughs at their own joke before anyone else does. And
Love
there's a
that one.
celebratory dance.
What's
Love
that
that
got
one.
to do with
Calf muscle.
muscle? Yes.
Now I had to explain it, so it's not even funny ever.
I love when people explain jokes.
Yeah, me too. I like when you beat the dead horse until there's nothing left.
Brian, you should have did
Sometimes
that in
that's
your
funny.
sketch. You should have explained the joke in the sketch.
I would have to have done jokes for them to be explained.
Mhm.
When it was happening on stage, I was like, that's what I did. Didn't write jokes. That's why I went wrong. We were talking before I had a bad sketch. Took a big poopy on the bed, and it's fine. It happens.
Well, there's four favorites for this quickfire, which is different.
They
Usually
keep
it's like
doing
3.
4. They keep doing 3 and then saying, we have one
Yeah.
more now, too.
And we have one
We
more.
get it, you're doing 4.
So Tristan, Shuai, Lena, and Vinny were the favorites, and then Lena wins by cooking mussels Italian toast with garlic mussel juice aioli, copper mustard, olives, and capers.
I would have loved to hear how this was an Italian sandwich.
Yeah. So
Because capers?
I think we should play the obvious movie commercial tie-in now
'Cause
for the
mustard?
elimination challenge.
Because bread?
In heels too. In heels. Yeah.
The hell just happened?
What's up, chefs? It's your boy Greg Tarzan Davis here from Mission Impossible.
This is the whole thing.
And your mission, should you choose
So
to accept it, is to create a dish that delivers on that
impossible mission
I
intensity.
love going back and forth
and
from it
features
being
a stunt.
on the TV
not only
to
will you be taking a
audio
culinary
quality
leap,
change.
But
Yeah.
each of you will be given a chance to perform a real
Nothing
life,
like a voiceover.
heart-pounding stunt if you want to make the best dish possible.
Dope.
In a Mission
Dope.
Impossible movie, we do our own stunts, a lot of them. And I can tell you from experience, it's not easy.
Tristan saying
So,
dope feels like
If you're
someone who's
feeling
like
brave enough to put it all
out
on the
loud
line,
saying, I accept
there are
it.
two
I don't like it,
advantages
but
up
I
for
accept
grabs.
it.
Kristen will fill you in on the rest of the details.
I can't wait to meet you all tomorrow and taste what you come up with.
Go on, chefs. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
And they all get scared.
Yeah,
They all,
they all run.
Oh.
So yeah, we have an elimination challenge that's a Mission Impossible theme. So they were offered 2 distinctive advantages if they did, because the chefs had to go do this CN Tower edge walk.
Yeah.
And so if the contestants completed the full 360 walk around the tower, they earned an extra $75 towards a specialty shop during the shopping. And then if they managed to lean both forward and backward off the edge of the viewing platform, they earned an additional 30 minutes of cooking time, which who couldn't do it? Massimo
didn't do it. Elena didn't do it.
Lana didn't. Yeah,
Lana
Lana
didn't do it. Yeah.
Massimo, and one
Have
other
you
person,
guys been to Toronto?
No, I've never been allowed.
Oh. I went to Toronto. Well, yeah. Were you there for Toronto Sketch Fest?
Mm-hmm.
Brian? Yeah. I went up in the tower.
Did you guys see each other? You say hello to each other?
I don't think so.
So you paid the $45 Canadian to go to the top of the tower?
Yeah, we went up to the top of the tower and it was scary. I did not go to the outside. But
can you? Wow. Is that something normal people can do, or is it only for top?
You can buy like a package. Like there were people outside.
Wow.
When we were there.
And you were like,
it's so high up.
Crazy to do.
We didn't do it. It was too expensive. So was the aquarium. We didn't do either of those things.
We went to the aquarium.
We're big spending money. CN Tower and the aquarium.
I know.
Medicine's got that big bank again. Huh?
That's not true. The aquarium was not worth it for me. There were too many children there. It was a lot of children.
That's the problem with aquariums.
It was wall to wall children.
Would you have been better if it was dogs and cats?
100%.
Yeah.
Although I'd be like worried that they would fall in the water and get eaten.
Yeah. Are there good fish and marine life there?
Does it have
in
one
the
of
Toronto
those things
aquarium?
where you walk underneath the tunnel covered in fish?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of those.
Is there a spot where you can swim with the fish?
I don't know. I think they do have like some kind of like splashy show thing. I don't know what it is.
When you walk
dolphins or something? I don't know.
When you walk in, there are open tanks, and one person on my sketch team did punch a fish.
Nice.
Whoa, for doing what? Or
I don't know. We were all very upset and confused by it. He like bopped the top of the water where the fish was.
Whoa.
Is this person still on your sketch team?
Yeah.
Love it. So, we talked about who did the leans. So most of them get, 30
I thought they were going to
extra
bungee off
time.
of this thing.
I don't think they'd ever chance it.
Yeah.
At Bravo TV.
I also thought they would have to like do a laser thing in the Top Chef kitchen. Didn't they show
that
that
would've been fun.
in the preview?
Yeah.
And then they didn't do it.
Well, they did cuts to what was happening when Kish did it.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to make them do it.
No, that would be too fun. So then they go shopping, and when they go to the specialty shop, Bailey is like obsessed with the cheese.
She's annoying the cheesemonger.
Yeah. And then the cheesemonger's like, "What are you making?" And she tells him, "I'm making lasagna tiramisu." And he's like, "Cool, leave."
She asks him something at first. She's just like, cut his face doing nothing. It's like,
yeah.
What are you using the cheese for? And she's like, cheese.
Well,
I like Bailey. I like her energy. I'm fine with her eating cheese.
we agree that she's come back. She's come back from Lessons Kitchen a new person, and she's like, and she's confident and fun. And in the 1 episode, 2 episodes she was in before that, she was like, but now she's like, kind of bringing it here now.
Yeah.
Something happens to you in Last Chance Kitchen, LCC.
I think you have to be broken to
so
be
that they can
reborn.
build you back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That's what the military does.
I think LCK is like the military. I think you're broken down, made to feel like trash. You're nothing.
So
you're
Tom
garbage.
can
You're
build you
shit.
back
You're
up.
lower than the bottom of my shoe.
Yeah.
Then when you get there, now we can start again.
So they do the whole shopping.
There's a
thing.
mouse on the cheese store
Mm-hmm.
logo. They like that. They go to a fish store. called
Mhm.
Hooked. Massimo does a Hooked pun joke.
Yeah, he did.
Stop it.
Massimo gets on my nerves for sure.
Yeah.
Come on. He's so much.
This episode felt like a Massimo or Lana going home episode from the start.
I thought Lana was definitely going home this episode, and I try not to look ahead of time when I'm watching, so I can actually be surprised. But I was like, they are showing a lot of Lana.
It was a lot of Lana, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're back in the kitchen. Shawai's making his turducken.
Not a good stunt.
No.
Also gross.
Yeah, really showing us him wrapping up all the meats into one.
He also says it like people want to eat that. Turducken exists as a joke that John Madden makes once a year on football games at Thanksgiving. Oh God, this is turducken, and
Rest in peace.
no one actually wants that. Is he dead?
Been dead for some time.
How long?
He's gonna Google it and then be surprised. Bailey's lasagna.
4 years.
Yeah.
Bailey's lasagna looks good.
Yeah. It tricked Tarzan when she brought it out.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm just gonna keep calling him Tarzan because if you have that as a name.
That's his real name. His real middle name.
Mm-hmm.
Reaves wanted us to point out that Greg Tarzan Davis does say Tom Cruise put a bug in his ear, which, if we're thinking MI talk, that means a listening device.
Yeah, so that means Tom Cruise was technically on this episode.
Yeah, it was feeding Greg Tarzan Davis lines, which is why he often says like Scientology a bunch, because he's being fed lines by Tom Cruise. Also, you guys can't get fucking Tom Cruise for this? You're Top Chef.
You can't get Tom Cruise as Les Moonves from Tropic Thunder for this?
Oh, please. Give me Les Moonves from Tropic Thunder, Tom Cruise. The fat fingers, the Jewish stereotype thing he was doing the entire time. The end when he dances and it's funny because he's fat.
Yeah, I watched that last night for the first time in a long time.
Does it hold up?
Working. It was very good.
That movie was great. I need to rewatch it. It's very funny. Can't make that kind of movie anymore these days.
No, you can't. That Robert Downey Jr. gets me every time.
It's very funny.
Hasn't that word done enough?
Okay, I'll rewatch. Is it on something to stream?
Hulu.
All right, everyone, go watch Tropic Thunder tonight.
It's one of my favorite movies. It's like top 5.
Just for the Les Moonves thing and for the.
Well, no, just because of I couldn't believe that they got that movie to be greenlit, and then I realized that what's his name, Ben Stiller is the reason why it got made. So
and Robert Downey Jr., who at that point I think wasn't a huge star. I mean, he'd always been a big star in the '80s and kind of fell off with like drugs, but I think like he wasn't like
Matthew McConaughey, Jack Black.
McConaughey's in it. McConaughey dies early in it, right? He's like the joke that dies early.
The director dies early on. McConaughey's in it to the end.
Is
Tugger
he?
nuts. Tugger nuts. I'm gonna get your trailer.
He's in
Tugger
it till
nuts.
the end.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that movie.
You tell me the TiVo didn't come in. All right, let's get back on track.
But you can't get Tom Cruise. You can't get freaking. Who else is in Mission Impossible?
What's his name
movies?
from SNL is on there? Who wasn't on SNL at the time? I don't think. Bill Hader is the assistant to Tom Cruise. There's a lot of names in that movie. A lot of good names.
Is Greg Tarzan Davis Canadian? Is that why he's here?
That could be it.
Could be it. Maybe he was in Toronto.
No, he was born. He was born in New Orleans.
Oh,
wait, was the Mission Impossible filmed in Toronto or Canada?
No,
maybe that's why.
I think so.
No,
can't say I've watched one in a while.
Gotta rewatch too.
We got it. We know how you feel about those movies.
Yeah,
and what they support. We don't have to mention it.
I don't know.
Okay,
you couldn't have booked
Massimo.
I mean, get Simon Pegg. He's British. That's sort of Canadian.
I don't think he does these kinds of things anymore.
Is Ving Rhames dead?
No, I don't think.
Get Ving Rhames. That'd have been fun. Get Ving Rhames in there.
Massimo's making what I call a Massivo in Groot because it was huge.
Oh, massive.
I love when he brings it out and he starts talking. He like wins Buddha over instantly.
Oh, Buddha falls
I've
in
never
love
seen
immediately.
such a instant like bro connection.
Smitten.
I was like, is Buddha sober? Because this is who just he like loves him.
Word on the street is that Buddha immediately made him love me pasta afterwards.
Marry me chicken.
That's what it's called. Whatever his pasta was called. He got his
Love me
Australian
pasta.
Love me pasta. That's
The Kama
name of
Sutra
episode.
chicken.
That's the name of
Oh
the
my
episode.
god, yeah.
Marry me chicken
I think
pasta.
Buddha is just like high on life. He won twice in a row.
Yeah,
I think
He's
he
having
is
fun.
also high. He's probably on coke. He has money.
Also,
he has money to
Buddha
afford
didn't-
He
that.
just had a baby.
He's got twins,
Oh,
right?
wow.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Buddha didn't just win twice in a row. He won a normal season and then he won an all-star season.
Like back to
So
back.
it's like,
Yeah.
so if anyone thought it was a fluke, he was like, no, let me just show you real quick.
Yeah, they had twins. Him and his Australian wife had twins.
I've got twins.
They've got twins.
Twins.
Two of them. The same.
Twins down at the didgeridoo.
They're the same.
Wow. That was
So for
good.
Vinny's dish,
Mine are
his
his.
little lasers with
Both.
Okay. Do you want to do one?
No. Thanks though.
Are you sure?
Australian. I can't do this.
You gotta find a word to get you there. Try fresh bread.
Fresh
actually more,
bread.
That's like more New Zealand, I think, though. But
Fresh bread.
fresh
French bread.
fresh bread.
Ooh.
Oh,
Thanks,
this is-
guys. I'll
follow-
work on it.
I follow this, or you can. I follow this kangaroo rescue on Instagram, and they have baby kangaroos all the time. And he's like, "This one's Jerry. He's a pinky because he's all pink. He doesn't have any hair yet.
Hey, yeah.
He's all pink.
Yeah.
We got to swaddle him in these blankets. We do. He's a little orphan.
Blankets.
Did you guys see the
Blankets.
videos of Steve Irwin's son all grown up?
Yeah. Whew, turned into a real hottie.
Oh.
I just people say that stuff about his daughter. No, it's very cool that they are both following his footsteps. What a cool family.
Yeah.
Bindi.
Apparently he
Bindi.
read one of the draft picks for the NFL draft. So,
Did he?
Yeah.
His son did?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the correlation?
I don't know. It was like just read one of the draft picks. They were doing all those like cameo draft pick stuff from all different places, and he was one of them.
Oh, I didn't see that. Was he holding a koala or a snake?
No.
Was he
Holding
wearing the
nothing.
like brown button up?
No, he just did a somersault away from a crocodile. I was like, all right.
Oh, right.
That's actually just how he leaves a room.
Yeah.
45th pick in the NFL draft.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select
Oh, crikey, it's a good one.
offensive linebacker.
Offensive linebacker.
Oh,
All right.
you lost it, Jamal.
I lost it.
Dedrick
Thompson's.
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo Thompson's.
Poor Reaves. He likes doing Australian accents. He's missing out.
Yeah.
All right.
Bumblebee. I'm gonna do an initiation. I can't do two. I can't do Transformer Australian. Too many things.
Well, you're just one man, so.
Tarzan
now.
feels betrayed by Bailey's dish because it wasn't dessert, but it does taste good.
Doesn't trust her anymore, he says.
I
Also, who did a stunt? Who do you guys think did a stunt?
Well, I think the only one who tried to do a stunt was Tristan. He just should have waited till he got to the table to do it.
Yeah, because his was the cold one, right?
Yeah, so he should have waited for him to come to the table and then poured in the dried ice after and said, and you've got 30 seconds.
Yeah. I think
Bailey did it. I think her dessert as savory
Yeah.
thing was
That works.
fine. It's not like razzle dazzle, but
it
looked desserty.
It did fool Tarzan.
I think
I
Cesar
know he has a simple brain.
had a good
Cesar.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think cracking into the CN Tower is a good idea.
Yeah.
It's not
Bad
a stunt.
execution.
If he had made edible glass, that's a stunt
No
I'd
time.
do. You break
No
that,
time.
actually break it.
You bite
No
into
time.
it, Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Um,
Turducken, not a stunt. Massimo, also not a stunt. I think they should
No.
have dinged him hard that they did not because Buddha loved him too much. And they passed him through. Not a stunt.
Yeah, they just kept saying this is hard to do. You got to do it the one time.
Everything they do is hard to do.
Yeah.
I can't do most of that shit.
I can't do any of it.
You could do some of it.
You could do some.
Okay.
I bet you could do.
It would never look as good as their food.
I bet
Just has
that's
to taste
the
as
thing.
good. Just has to taste as good.
No, but their food looks beautiful.
Yeah, but you could still put it on the plate any kind of way you want. If they're like, this tastes great, you'd be fine.
Vinny also did foie gras, which we haven't seen in the show in a long time.
No, we have not.
That's been poo-poo. I think because they can't do it in America. I think it's illegal in America. Not in Canada. It is. It is. It's illegal in America to have foie gras.
Foie gras is illegal in America? I don't think it's illegal in America. They sell it at restaurants.
Foie gras
I
illegal?
don't think it's illegal either.
It's not.
In the U.S.
Because
It's
they used to
literally-
do it all the time.
It's at Ruth's
It
Chris.
is banned in California and New York City.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Bryan thinks that's America.
Everything else is
Bryan
flyover.
doesn't care about anything else.
That's not America. Everything else in the middle is who are you? Where do you live?
Tristan, Bailey, Massimo, they're all the faves. And Massimo wins, which was a shock because it kind of looked like Massimo was like, hey, congratulations, Tristan. What his name was called.
I thought Tristan was going to win. I think it's because
so did
Buddha
I.
loved Massimo
Yeah.
so much that he won.
Yeah.
Tristan's,
He was, dare I say, horny for Massimo.
he clearly
Gotta get
hadn't
that
gotten
surgery.
yet. He hadn't gotten it,
Yeah.
or he got it and didn't take.
So
There's like an 85%
Cesar,
chance it doesn't take. It's a real risky
Yeah.
surgery. And there's no
Cesar-
guarantee you can't get your money back either.
Tristan's just been killing it, though. Like, he's won,
Yes.
like, everything
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's going to do it again.
It felt like it. Did they
You know
not
how many
get
points
immunity
he
last?
has?
They didn't get immunity for winning restaurant
No.
wars, right?
I think the last episode was the last
Was
one.
done. Okay.
So Tristan, I guess, still had immunity for this one.
That's what I thought.
But anyways,
They didn't mention it.
I'm bummed that Cesar is leaving. I felt like he had some of the coolest ideas. And
I think
he's
it should have been
adorable.
Vinny. I think it should have been Vinny.
I feel like Vinny's had a couple bad days.
Vinny has more points though, so he's technically been doing better.
But his food
You mean
was
more money?
inedible. He's doing.
He's got
fantasy
more
points
points
fantasy
in Fantasy League points.
Vinny's food was
For-
inedible.
It was. That should have been the dinger.
That's a big
But-
dinger.
It wasn't apparently, but it should be. Also,
That's the
what did you
biggest
say?
dinger of all. If we're gonna compare dingers, just put it all out there on the table. Comparing dingers, I think having
Yeah.
frozen food is a bigger dinger
Yeah.
than having. Food
I'd rather the
that is too
dingers be
sweet.
addressed in the open, you know?
Yes, let's just pull dingers out. And
Do you
just
have any
talk about
tips
them.
for a better dinger?
Well, let's think. Why don't you guys go first? I feel like you guys have more experience with dingers. If I could be so bold.
We are the hosts of the show, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bryan, play the elimination.
a bigger dinger would have been like raw food. That's a huge dinger.
Yeah.
But again, raw equals inedible.
Yeah.
That's the biggest dinger. I think Vinny had the bigger dinger.
Sorry. It's just a good word.
What's funny about that? What are you laughing about?
Nothing. Sorry.
I think
I'm
we're just comparing dingers, and to me, Vinny had a bigger dinger.
For me, also, if you're like starting to put the quick fire and their overall performance together, I'm more excited about what Cesar's going to do next
Yes.
than Vinny. For me, I think I was more excited about Vinny in the beginning because he seemed to be like he was going to be that guy.
'Cause he works
There's
at
always
Nomad?
like one guy. Well, yeah, he was going to be the like Marcel, where he's like dropping that he went to Nomad.
Gonna
he
get his
works
head
there.
shaved.
He's gonna like talk about gastronomy and like make a foam or something
Do
more
a
than
rap.
someone else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He
And I
definitely
feel like he
raps,
kind
I
of
think.
fizzled. Well, like when Danny, the other guy that he knew from Nomad, was there, he like fumbled so hard. And I don't think he's recovered. So I'm bummed that Cesar's not there because I loved seeing what he would do.
Well,
He could come
he's
back.
not gone.
I know.
Cesar, please pack your knives and go.
Thank you.
Cesar, we got a chance to get back into it. We'll see you in your Last Chance Kitchen.
Thank you.
Thank you, chefs.
I always try to do some things that are outside the box, but it didn't work out today.
They didn't want Vinny?
I offered them, but they're like, nah.
But it's fine.
The
That's
idea
crazy.
was there, but it just didn't fall in line.
That's crazy to say from the stew.
So casual.
Yeah. You didn't want. They didn't want Vinny.
I'm gonna
This
fight
piece
to come
of
back.
garbage.
This guy made frozen food. They didn't want him.
Are you sure they don't want Vinny?
So Cesar wins. He knocks out Katiana in Last Chance Kitchen. So Katiana,
Okay,
is-
hell
who
yeah.
we thought was our dark horse to return back to the show, is
Yeah.
out.
There are probably
Ugh.
2 more Last Chance Kitchens,
Yeah.
I would think.
Probably at
Mm.
most.
I think next week Shuai's going home, if I had to guess.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Wait, so who's left now? Shuai, Massimo.
Bailey is
Lana.
left.
Bailey, Vinny, Tristan.
You've got Massimo, Lana.
I think it's
Lana.
Vinny. I think Vinny's like his lives are being used up.
He does have the lowest score outside of Shuai, so it's either Shuai or Vinny,
Who
and they're both on
Yeah.
my team.
Who are your top
Shuai
3?
has been kind of coasting a little. My top 3.
Who
Well,
you
Cesar
see-
would have been in it, but now he's gone. Tristan, Bailey. I don't know.
You don't want to say it, but you're going to say it.
I don't want to say Massimo. I physically like can't do it because I just feel like he's so smug and annoying, and he doesn't have the charm of like a Fabio for me. I know
That's
they're like
true.
a similar
He's
vibe.
not a top scholar.
Yeah. They are similar, but they do have a funny
So true.
accent.
Yeah, they both have the same energy. They're the same type of contestant, but there's a sparkle that's missing for me with Massimo.
I want to see those two in the same All-Star season because they would fucking hate each other.
They would want to be taking up the exact same space,
Yeah.
and it would just be a mess.
It'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I like Shuai, but
You think
maybe
Lana
I'd
gets
say
in there?
Lana as a dark horse. I
Yeah.
mean, Lana was on that other show.
She won the other show.
She won it?
Didn't she win that show where they had to like
I don't think so.
where it was like the Italian
I
show?
think a dude won. The like friend, I think won. I don't think she won.
She got to the end though, right? That was the show where they had to
Probably,
like
yeah.
vote each other off. It was like
Yeah,
we
it
got
was,
you
like,
out of the
weird.
family, but they never actually
Yeah.
did the full. It had a fun idea.
It was really passive aggressive.
But-
That was like the heart of the show was being passive
Yeah,
aggressive.
it didn't quite get to what it could have been. I think it was a fun idea.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do it again, so
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the fantasy standings. There's a tie for first place. Bryan and I both have 67.5 points, and Reaves has 44 points.
Woof.
And we are down to, I have 3 people left. Bryan has 2 people left. Reaves has only Bailey left in the competition. It's coming down to the wire, folks. My dark horse is Tristan. He's on my team, and he's just a point machine.
Yeah.
You think he's a dark horse? I think he's like the
No,
horse.
he's not. I was saying dark horse because he's black.
He's a very bright horse. When you're looking out, he's the horse you see.
Yeah.
He's the horse I'm looking at. I feel like he has a great personality, so I'm also rooting for him. For
I
that.
think- I've
feel
said
like
this
he's
before.
A good person.
I think we're watching the birth of a future Food Network star
You
on
think-
this show.
Do you think Star is in doing other shows?
He seems
think-
pretty reserved to me, though. Like he
No.
doesn't seem. You think
I think
Tristan?
they just haven't shown him enough.
I think he would do well in Tournament of Champions.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
think he's
love
good.
Tournament of Champions.
And do.
I have
Triple
not
G.
caught up on that one though.
I haven't started.
Is
this
that
season
one
at all.
done?
I think it's done. I think
Oh.
they've ran it.
Okay, there
I
were
think
a
he'd
lot
do
of
well in that.
upsets in the first couple episodes. A lot of upsets.
There's that 24 and 24 show I want to watch too, but I haven't watched it yet. But it looks fun.
Oh, do you
A
guys
bunch
watch
of-
Next Level, Chef?
I tried.
Oh, I love it. Well, Richard Blaze is someone who has become a major TV personality. I don't get the same effervescence from Tristan, but I think Tristan could have it.
He might
Mhm.
need like a
Like-
PR person to like work with him to help him find.
He needs to come out of his shell a little bit. Like, yeah, maybe
I don't
he
think
just
he's
hasn't
in
had
a
the
shell.
opportunity.
What's the
You
angle?
I just
don't?
think he's just not shown enough on
He's
on the show.
quiet.
Needs an angle. Blaze has the hair. one of the Voltagios has the tattoos. The other Voltagio has he's a robot.
Bryan has acquired more tattoos if you've looked at him recently.
He also is tattooed now?
Yeah, he's heavily tattooed. Because he came back on Top Chef as like a guest, or maybe he also did Tournament of Champions, but he's all tatted up. Not like neck, but like his arms.
He doesn't have the job killers on your hands or the neck.
Oh. I don't think he could have a job killer tattoo.
Yeah, you have a job where you're allowed to do that.
I'm gonna do that.
You should.
Do you have tattoos, Jamal?
I've got one.
He's got one.
Uno.
Great.
Deck of Uno cards.
Oh. I don't believe you by your tone.
I have one tattoo on my arm. It says Kinfolk in my handwriting.
Do all four of you have it?
Mm-hmm.
In their own handwriting or in your handwriting?
In my handwriting.
That's weird.
I've marked them.
Yeah. They are mine now. I keep wanting to push the button to play the song, but I want to give Bethy a chance to plug something. And I called you Bethy. I apologize.
Wow.
It was more of a mumble than it was an intentional thing.
Taking liberties.
Do people call you Bethy?
No.
Okay.
Every once in a while, a man will call me Beth.
You don't like that either. It's
just
always a
like,
man.
You can ask me first. It's always a man.
The same man every time.
Yeah, it's the same guy, and he
Dad,
doesn't get it.
ask
Dad. Dad. It's
I
Bethany.
named you. God damn it! I'll call you what I want to call you.
He wanted to name me April, so he did not get his way.
Bethany's better.
Plug what? What do we plug again?
Anything you'd want people to know about. Anything that you think that might be interesting for them to come see you, support you. Any other podcasts that you might be on?
Well, Jamal and I are gonna record 2 more seasons of our Noah's Ark podcast.
What? Breaking
where we
news.
bring on our fun friends, the animals, and we interview them.
Could have sworn I was a fun friend, but I guess not.
That's not my fault. That's
not my fault either.
Jamal's fault.
That's not my fault either.
He
Why?
He refuses to bring me on his podcast because I end up getting invited to be on them full time, and then I take over the spotlight.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what happens.
No, I didn't know you were the other host of that.
Yeah, I'm the
He
wife.
clearly has
I'm
listened to the
Nayama.
first season.
Yeah, Noah's wife does not get named in any scripture or other text.
She's just
the
Noah's
biggest.
wife.
The guess, yeah, the guess is that it's Nayama, but who knows?
That's the guess.
Yeah, that's like based on other potential texts that are associated.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guess, but there are like 7 potential guesses of what this woman's name was.
This is the one we went with.
And his sons are named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're important.
Guess what? We have not been saying those names correctly.
No, we have not.
Someone who also does improv told me that we've been saying all the names really wrong, but
really,
we can talk about it some other time.
Okay.
Are you saying
why
sham
didn't they
like
come
this?
on the podcast?
No, we are not saying it.
Are you saying sham instead of sham?
No.
Are you combining shem and ham?
No, we're saying ham.
We're getting ham right.
Yeah.
What's the name of the podcast?
Anyways, Ark. Just ARK. Ark. Yeah, check it out. We're funny.
Okay, there you go.
You can also check out Bad Medicine. You'll see Bethany performing.
Oh, yeah, do that.
Until
Have
the
Bethany
next time,
alright.
we're going to pass our knives and go.
This is fun. This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. And, y'all got a new fan. I love it. Love hearing you guys' commentary. So.
Okay, you might make the outro with that.
Yeah, clip it.